Good morning to the Daily Echo. It is July 30th, 2014. It is Wonderful Wednesday. Title of today's Echo talks about work. And work is really vital for us. And I talked in the past about trying to avoid work. A lot of times we look at life and we want ease. We don't want to have to worry about things. We don't want to have to do anything. We want to be able to sleep all day. We want to be able to afford and take our credit card out and buy whatever we want because we have enough funds in the bank account that don't ever that never allow us to have to work again. And yet the very things that we think we want will really put us in danger, and it will be a detriment to us. And I want to talk about a few things that I read this week. If you go to Forbes Magazine, they're highlighting one of the new books that talks about why work is essential. And Todd Buchholz is the name of the person that wrote this book. And I want to tell you a few things here. I'm going to list them out why work is so vital. We know statistically speaking that when people stop working, their life expectancy goes down quicker than if they continue to work in most cases. There are a few cases that doesn't happen. But when people stop working, their health deteriorates, their mental facilities debilitate very quickly because they're not pushing themselves. I want to talk about a few things here that he talks about here. The brain, the way our brain is made up, it is geared to have goals. It's geared to have things that it wants to accomplish on a daily basis. When we take that stimulus away and our only goal is to maybe go out and play 18 holes of golf every day or to see what's on TV, we start to see major problems that occur in the brain, especially in the frontal lobe. We get frustrated. Depression sets in very quickly. People die much quicker, as I said, in simpler times. There's been statistics that have shown this. The word retirement was actually instituted in Germany, I believe, a few hundred years ago. I read about this about 6 months ago, because they had a workforce that was coming into the field, a younger group, and they had no jobs for them. So they instituted retirement to sort of force the older people out. And that's how we have retirement. We're really not geared to retire. I mean, if we look at the word retirement, and we look at the definition, retirement is pretty much, putting you out to pasture. In the Bible, retirement is you're dying. He retired. He went off and retired. Dopamine is a very powerful hormone in the brain. And when we take risks, when we start businesses, when we do different things like that, we actually secrete a lot of dopamine. And we get quite a thrill, even though we do have anxiety from the aspirations that we have in work. So we miss out on that. It says here that activity converts into internal energy. Rushing around during the day as we do puts us in better sync with ourselves and the world than putting our feet up as if we were relaxing. This external stimulus and activity, not meditation, generate internal energy which fuels our happiness. So happiness is directly related to being busy, having goals, going after things. Competition in the business world leads to the innovations that we have. All of the technological advances that we have are because people work. People get out there and they want to do something better. Our lives get better. We have things we didn't have. Look at 200 years ago. We didn't have a computer. We didn't have a computer 40 years ago. Competition often serves cooperation. We become more social. We talked about the movie Happy. Connection. People make us happy. Family makes us happy. Being around people make us happy. We sit around all day in our homes. We're not going to be very happy. We're going to be lonely. Anxiety, one of the last things they talk about. Mastering anxiety is better than eliminating anxiety. So we think, if I have this, if I don't have to work, I will have no more anxiety. And yet, people that are successful, people that are happy, learn how to not eliminate anxiety, but to master anxiety. It's always going to be there. We're going to have things that are going to be there. We need to learn how to deal with those things as opposed to not have them in our lives at all. And if we don't have those things in our lives, we're probably in the cemetery. We're probably not living. So we've got to have those things. And one of the final things, work gives you something to wake up for. Yeah, sometimes we're not waking up and we're excited to go do that. But when we find passion, and I talked about this a few episodes ago, find something you love to do, something that you're passionate about. You won't wake up too many mornings the rest of your life if you're not excited to get out there and accomplish this thing. So when you think work is a bad word, it's a 4-letter word, it is essential for us to be happy. I know of nobody in my life has been more instrumental in showing me an example of hard work. I remember a few years ago with my dad, we were trying to get him to slow down. I sent him a long letter, said, hey, you got to slow down. We want you to go have fun and do all of these things. And he sat down and talked to me a little bit about it, and I understood if he set aside all of the work that he was doing and moved on and did these relaxing things I thought would make his life fun and full of ease, it would not be good for him. And he enjoyed these challenges. And all the things I've read today are things that he sort of talked to me about at that point. They're good for us. So work. If you don't feel like working, the best thing to do is work. A lot of times you'll feel much better afterwards. Have a great day. Go out and work hard today. Get excited to wake up tomorrow and work hard again. We'll be talking to you tomorrow on Tremendous Thursday. As always, thanks for taking time and listening to what I have to say. Bye-bye. Go.